Hi, beloveds. Blessings. So, I was called to come out here. My guides were like, don't forget you're live. And I have so much actually to share with you about what is going on energetically right now. I'm going to try to take it down into a human level experience. But as always, know that when we are now in the awakening and we communicate with each other, there's a lot that we might not understand on the human level, but we actually receive it on a higher self level. So with that said, I will talk about the energies that are right now. There's a lot being prepared in the field for very important cosmic moments. And then an activation wants to come through. My team and my family of light talked about assisting us understanding more about the monad and the monadic merge, which is really coming through. We've been working with that for quite a long time. So please share also if you feel like how you're feeling right now, what is going on. So it's always nice to hear that. But before we start, we ask beloved God and our family of light to anchor and harmonize the field in the highest capacity of God's infinite love, infinite light, infinite power. We ask for all misqualified energies to be removed and cleared through transit exit shadow vortex in our field. And we ask only for the highest of the highest of the highest to come in and come through for each and every one that comes into the field. So it's really interesting to observe what is happening now, because we are awakening so fast, we are ascending so fast, that it is this moment of feeling like, whoa, total bliss, getting it all together, understanding it, and feeling so much trust and faith. And in another moment, you get the glimpse of next level of consciousness, and you get like, but how the F am I gonna make it? How am I gonna make all these changes that I now understand I need to do? So it is really this simultaneous process, which also comes back to that the light needs the darkness and the darkness needs the light. So when we fall into the dark night of the soul, which happens actually almost every new step of consciousness level we reach, it becomes like a part of our ego needs to die. And when we talk about ego, the ego personality, it's not, the ego doesn't always show up in like, okay, I think I'm better, or like a mean part of us. It's many times the ego shows up in not feeling worthy, of taking space, or feeling worthy of having more, feeling that I have good enough already, and all of those things. So when the ego goes into the dark night of the soul, a release happens of a fraction of the ego, and the spirit of Christ and all the qualities of the Christ consciousness comes in, and that's how it happens simultaneously. So we need the dark nights of the souls. We need the nervous system at the moment to have almost like a post-traumatic stress syndrome, where it's like, am I gonna lose everything again? Am I gonna need to restart again? And then it just builds our light body up because of the spiritual commitment we have and the spiritual work we're doing. And then we reach next level in the light body, and we manage to make the changes, and that's how it goes, like that. And of course it can be intense, but the more we awaken, the more we remember who we are on a higher self level, the easier it is to make the changes. And yesterday I had an amazing in-person event in Stockholm with, Soul Tribe, and it's just incredible how much happens when we come together. It's so much of the work we're doing. Even now, you are being here listening to me. Our higher selves works because I opened space before and I asked the higher selves to works. So we have our, human self here interacting and I try to download information and speak it out and express it on a human level understanding. But our higher selves are communicating, and your higher self remembers things of what I'm sending out as an energy and as codes. So everything happens on a much higher level. So through listening to this transmission and energy update, it's not only what you're understanding on a human level, it's actually what your higher self perceives and the codes that we have decided for us to work through together. So there is a very big build up in our system right now. And we started on the Egyptian timeline. Many of you were with me and worked with that, and some of you were working with me without being on that work. The DNA, we started to work on the 4th DNA strand on the Egyptian timeline webinar. And we went into the Giza, which is the 4th stargate, which puts us into the 4th dimension. And what we want is to access all 12 dimensions, so all of our 12 strands DNA come back to us, because the true template of our DNA is the silicate matrix. That's, what we are having, all of us in our blueprint. We all have access to the silicate matrix, which is the 12 strand DNA, which is the full consciousness of all 12 dimensions. And goes to the 12 energy bodies, which I usually talk about, and so on. But the four first are very important. So for us to be able to open the work that we were supposed to do after the Lion's Gate, we needed to have the 4-strand DNA activated to access everything in the 4th Stargate. So we've been working with the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th energy body. For you that does my work, my webinars, or are in my Facebook group, or are here, all of you have been hearing me working with the 4 energy bodies. But now we are expanding our work, and we are going to work more and more and feel into all of our 12 energy bodies that are fully connected to our experience here on Earth, but they're also fully connected to the next 12 energy bodies, and the next 12 energy bodies, and the next 12 energy bodies. So all of these, we don't want to access, many are just accessing the 1st dimension, which is a lot about the physical energy body, the 1st root chakra, right? So they are working from there. Some are on the 2nd dimension, which only work on instincts. They just operate in instincts, and we've all been there, I think. But the 2nd energy body, and then we start to go to the 3rd, and once we reach the 4th energy body, we're operating on the physical, emotional, mental, and the spiritual. So all of them are combined, and our consciousness is expanding, and we don't operate anymore on the 3rd dimension only. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain this so you do understand. So now we want what is happening, regardless if you're connecting to my work or not. It becomes easier, of course, if we feel resonance in doing maybe webinars or connecting to the 6-month journey or something like that, because then we get assistance to get tools. But anyway, if you're in this awakening, we're all undergoing 12-strand DNA activation. And that is also necessary for us to be able to merge with our monads. So our monads goes into groups of 12, and then there's 12 groups of 12. And together it becomes 144 souls. In my readings with my private sessions, I see that some have 145, some have 146, but usually it's 144 soul extensions. There was a moment when we seeded out from God, where we just spread out, and we became 144 soul extensions, just to really explore what the light is. Of course, that became a really intense journey, and some souls have been trapped. Some of our soul extensions are trapped into different timelines, and we have been working, especially in this incarnation, to retrieve our lost soul aspects. And I've done a webinar on this, with how you heal your soul extensions. But a lot of times we're experiencing why is this keep coming into my field? Why do I still feel that this is needs to heal? Suppression or abandonment, rejection, fear of you know, being alone, all of these things, is because we're healing our soul aspects. You know, it can be a soul aspect, a soul extension, which is trapped in a timeline somehow and cannot work themselves through into the healing because they are really in a really intense timeline where the density on Earth, on that planet, is so intense. And then we have actually said yes to be that soul extension that retrieves our soul extensions into one, into the monadic. And all of the work we're doing is to gather our soul extensions so we can come back into our monad, our over soul. And that is what has been presented to us, and that's also why me and Tim and Adrian and AG are going to anchor in. We've been asked to anchor in a lot of energy the 22nd of October to be able, for us that are ready, to really merge with our monadic. And it's not only that, so as many as possible that can merge to the monad the 22nd of October will also be able to assist the whole entire planet. So 25% of the density, the intense, the dark energy on the planet will be lifted. So how can I explain this? So we're doing individual work, which is intense, and that really assists our whole ancestral lineage, our children to come, and also, of course, our soul extensions and our past timelines. But then, as many of us are doing it simultaneously on a soul tribal level, we can start to really assist on a tribal level. And when many of the tribes come together and we do this on a specific moment and we keep committing to this work, we can affect the whole collective, which means like really the entire morphogenetic field of this planet, which is actually the true manifestation of the new earth that can happen. So for you that has been on this journey for a while, I mean, we've been working quite a lot. And even if you're new to this journey, you also been working on it, but not really knowing it. So now is the time where if you just check into your field in the everyday story and dramas that is happening on the 3D, just understand that this is actually on a higher level an activation of your DNA. So that's why I've been asked in a couple of weeks to do the Galactic DNA's 12-strand activation, and also why me and Tim are being asked to do the 6-month advanced journey, because if we get more tools, it will be easier. And we start that journey in 2 weeks. And that was exactly the guidance we got, right? We need to start like the 20th of September, because there will be a very big, like, boom, change in the field. And it's time for us to advance our spiritual levels and understandings. And when we come together, again, it's about the unity. We came here to bring back Christ consciousness on this planet and to bring back unity consciousness into the whole entire existence. So there's huge things happening. So I want you to understand on a macro level, that's what my teams talk about. On a macro level, there's just crazy stuff happening. I mean, come on. That's why we need to understand on a micro level, my body feels so stiff because there's so much changing. So I need to take care of myself, stretching, going to nature, and we're gonna need more rest and solitude and integration time than ever. And you might notice, I notice that I need to change my life almost every week because that's how fast it goes. And I know that colleagues of mine like Tim Wilde and others, you know, we might think that, okay, I will do this work, but suddenly we come to that week and it's like, no, I need more time to integrate, to rest, because this is massive. Come on, we're working for the whole planet to retrieve all the faults of Lemuria, Atlantis, Egyptian timelines. And here we are, just a little soul, you know, in this incarnation. So every week we're going to need to restructure our life. You're going to see that you're going to need to rest more. be in solitude more, be in silence more, and the food is going to be more and more important, because otherwise we create, so much inflammation if we keep eating in the old way. So we're going to need to change our diet all the time, and we're going to need to change our environment. Last week maybe we could spend time with a person that we cannot spend time with right now, and the mission is too important, guys, to make choices of what other needs. We are working on a collective and tribal level. We're here to assist the planet. So right now we need to make choices from a collective planetary level for the mission. So that's also clearing the codependency template and the old love and relationship template that I've been talking about in the last updates. So, we are working on a mission level now. And automatically, when we work on a mission level, we also work on a tribal level. And when we work on a tribal level, we also work on an individual level. So this is massive. It's massive. And sometimes it can be like, but God and team, how much do you want me to change? I change every single day. And I shared this in the work yesterday that I had, that it's almost like I woke up in the morning, I do my meditation, I do my clearing, and then it's like, oh, okay, so what served me yesterday doesn't serve me. So it's not, it's how fast it goes. It's even from day to day. It's like, okay, so now my guides tell me this is done. What I loved yesterday, what worked yesterday. Now they say, now today you cannot do that. And then next day, that's how fast it goes. And our human ego personality is like, oh my God, this is very fast track changes. So I hope what I explained to you assists you. And I know many of you reach out to me and say, like, why is it so intense in my nervous system? So I hope that this explanation that my teams and my guides brought through assist you. And again, I want to say that the Egyptian timeline webinar still works within all of us, and the team says, go back to it, because there's so many keys there to get. And I also want to say that all of you that feel like, okay, I'm feeling that I'm going into a really, really intense spiritual awakening and upgrade and advancement that's coming 6 months, like, come and join me and team. We start in 2 weeks, and I just feel that there's so much new things that wants to come into the field. And if you feel that you want and need support, and you need to have more fun in this journey, come with us. And I'm soon going to start the activation. But also, for you that don't have the financial ability to join these things, or my Galactic DNA activation, which is in 2 weeks, where we're going to open all 12 multidimensional stargates, I also have my Facebook group, Soul Tribe Awakening, which is free. And there I always do a monthly free activation and try to assist free. And I always try to assist here with my updates. So I also really try to assist for you that don't have the financial ability to be in the work that requires some energy exchange. And also know that you being here with me and really being here and being sharp, focused, and alert, and listening and wanting to commit, it's also an energy exchange, which I deeply appreciate. So let's see what wants to come through. Let's take a couple of breaths, and because a lot of information came through, and your higher self might start to create a lot of life force energy spiraling through your vertical column. So we activate our crystal's breastplate. If you feel you wanna tone the tones with me, you can follow me, which is Ka, Ra, Ya, Sa, Ta, A, La. Activated crystal's breastplate for extra protection, and also for working in activating our entire light body. And we ask now for full protection and connection by the eternal living light code of God. And we ask for any misqualified energies to leave the field, and we ask only for the highest good for each and every one to come in and come through. So I see in the field that the teams, so we have called in automatically here for the work our earthly family of light, but then we have our cosmic and galactic teams and universal and multiversal teams that really heard the calling of this work. So you might see how they're stepping forward, coming in. You can open up your field and your heart to receive the family of light that assists you on the earthly levels. But then you have the galactic and the cosmic, universal, multiversal families. And it's so beautiful because from far away, from all these levels, multiversal, universal, cosmic, galactic, and earthly, you have started to call in your soul extension. So there are 143 with you 144 that starts to just move in closer to your field. And for now, it's just this awareness. They say connect to your third eye. And we invite our soul extensions to open their third eye. So in this moment, all of your soul extensions are activating and opening their third eye. Everything is happening in this highest capacity of God's infinite love, infinite light, and infinite power. So as we all hold the same blueprint structure as all of our soul extensions, there will be a big, beautiful activation in our third eye when we do commit and connect with our soul extension. Just allow yourself to let go in controlling and just allow what needs to unfold in your third eye. Coming into our heart. Connecting with your heart and all of your soul extensions heart. This is a sacred, safe space. So even if you have soul aspects that are in a wounded state, it is safe to connect your heart. This is a preparation for the merge. Open your heart, feel, sense your monadics opening up, and there's like a sensation of expansion. The team says now you can understand why you can feel such an expansion in your heart chakra, because you have another 143 soul extensions that also are connected to your heart chakra. Understand now the multi-dimensional being you are. Now move into your hara chakra in your navel. As the structure of your hara has a lot of similar coding, especially in the 12-strand DNA. And now we connect our hara chakra and hara line with our soul extensions. Anarana kuruya sanaya, yanakiatara sanaya, uyakisiataya tayana, yayana kuruya, asiatatatanaya. Now the team says, through have connecting your third eye, your heart, and your hara chakra with your soul extensions, you will understand, even if it's just a glimpse of a second, there's a start of you understanding and connecting with your soul extensions and soul aspects. And if you feel guided, welcome in the coming weeks of merging with your soul extensions, moving up to the monad, and also understanding that the 12-day DNA strand activation is happening, and simultaneously we are connecting to our 12 stargates on earth, which are located on different areas on earth, and opening up each dimension for us. Uruno, uruno, itarna, iki ishetarna. There's a beautiful DNA encodement happening now in your vertical line and center vertical. If you're looking now, it is activating. Beautiful. Coming back into your physical body, into your here and now, into this existence in this soul and incarnation. As we ask for all of this energy work to be sealed, it is done. Coming back. that was interesting. It was hard to come back. I was just like, oh my God, I could continue forever. So thank you, everyone. How did you feel? Did you see anything? Did you feel anything? This is, again, I want to say, even if you didn't see or feel anything, it happened on a higher level with your higher self. So all the time when you're connecting to work like this, know that we see just the top of the iceberg, and then so much is happening here. So if you feel like sharing what you felt here, it would be nice, or what you saw. I'm ridiculously, excited for what is to come. Like, it's like I felt I've been waiting for this coming 2 months, or they're actually coming 6 months, like forever, like really forever. I've been waiting for this. So it's just like having this like 12 DNA activation coming online that my teams want me to host and hold me space for that together with you. And also like this thing with Diana Cooper in Portugal, the 22nd of October, which all of you can tune into wherever you are. Like there's an opportunity for us to merge with our monadic, which it's like a total game changer. This is what we came here for. And then to be able to do a 6-month journey with all of you, and like really dive deep into all the new encodement that wants to come into the morphogenetic field after all the work we've done into heighten the electromagnetic field on earth, which is like the consciousness is so wide open, so we can work on completely new levels. And then also, the star children coming in. I don't know if you've seen, I'm having my first webinar for children. And it doesn't matter if you have a child that is 3 months old or a child that is 16 years old. The work that will happen that day will assist your child. It doesn't matter what age it is on, because it's a calling from my star family and their star family for me to just channel the codes, because the star children on planet Earth right now, they need assistance. It is intense for them, and even if they have parents that are awakening, they are their star families, the galactic and cosmic families, wants to communicate with them, and they need us to help them because it's too dense for them to listen. So there's parts in the third eye and crown that is not fully working, and we need to assist with a rewiring. So that rewiring up to the galactic and cosmic families is so important. So for you that just tuned in now, listen to the whole update, because everything is changing now. It's just like boom. I promise you, by the 1st of November we will be on such a different level consciously. Thank you everyone for assisting also with the activation that just happened, and I love you, I honor you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for walking with me. Mwah. Blessings. I'm gonna turn off this camera. Bye.